усе!
Україна!
Понад усе!
Недавно ж кажуть, в сорочці народився, значить поталанимо. Тому вишиванка – це не лише одяг, а й певне таїнство, яке вершить долю людини. Вишиванка Day is a chance to honor the memory of the thousands of innocent people murdered by Russia's genocidal war of aggression and pay tribute to the brave men and women in Ukraine's armed forces who give their lives for freedom. Many of them wear the vyshivanka that their mothers embroidered for them under their military uniforms. We honor their eternal memory by saying Vichnaya Pamyat. This year, Vyshivanka Day also coincides with the Crimean Tatar genocide commemoration. We stand in solidarity with the Crimean Tatar people and call on Canada and the international community to provide to Ukraine the weapons and equipment necessary for the Ukrainian armed forces to liberate all internationally recognized Ukrainian territories from Russian occupation. Ontario has welcomed tens of thousands of displaced persons from Ukraine who are grateful for our hospitality, many of whom have already found work and are contributing to our economy. We will continue to support the people of Ukraine. We will always stand for democracy and freedom. It is what we do as Ontarians and as Canadians. Slava Ukraini! I now call upon Father Bogdan Cholій to lead us in prayer.
Слава Ісусу Христу! Господи Ісусе Христе, Сину Божий, помилуй всіх нас. Lord Jesus Christ, Son of God, have mercy on all of us, especially Ukraine.
Upon Markіян Швець, of the chair of the Stand With Ukraine Committee of the Ukrainian Canadian Congress.
Слава Україні! Відмічуємо депортацію з Криму. We stand with our brothers from the Tatar community in Ukraine and all over the world who were deported. We stand with them until Crimea is free. In fact, until all Ukraine is free. And I want to announce some good news today. Officially, the Estonian parliament voted today, preemptively, to accept Ukraine in NATO. That's the first step. We got to get every nation to welcome Ukraine in NATO, to give them tanks, to give them planes, to give them missiles that they need, because they can fight hard, but they need what they need to do it. And we thank Canada, of course, for all that they've done. Slava Ukraini!
Next, I'd like to welcome Alexander Shevchenko, the Consul General of Ukraine.
Such a beautiful and bright holiday which organically, naturally entered into our lives. It is so beautiful, it is so nice, and that it unites us with our ancestors, unites us with our culture, with our traditions. Я хотів би подякувати Конгресу українців Канади за ту невтомну співпрацю з урядом Канади, яка надає нам дуже важливу підтримку – фінансову, економічну, гуманітарну і військову. Our fight is just, and the victory will be ours. Слава Україні!
I'd now like to welcome the Honorable Michael Ford, who is the Minister of Citizenship and Multiculturalism in Ontario.
The beautiful tie, which is handcrafted, the vishivanga, by a local community member, long been a symbol of Ukraine heritage, dignity, and a symbol of luck and good fortune for all who wear it. The vishivanga now, more than ever, stands as a symbol of Ukraine's continued strength, resilience, and determination as the fight continues and Russia's illegal invasion of Ukraine goes on this very hour. Today is also an opportunity to remember the memory of the innocent lives who have been lost, those who have been displaced from their homes and communities, and to pay tribute to the brave men and women in harm's way throughout Ukraine who are leading the fight for freedom. Our government will never waver in its support for the people of Ukraine. The connection between our two jurisdictions run deep. I know as sister cities, Toronto and Kyiv share a unique bond. And for well over 100 years, generations of Ukrainians have found peace, freedom, and opportunity between our two cities and nations. And over the past year, we have welcomed over 60,000 Ukrainians, and we will continue to welcome them, provide them supports, and a need to feel at home here in Ontario for however long we need to do that. Thank you so much for having me. Have a good evening. Slava Ukraini.
Welcome Chris Glover, who is the MPP of Spadina Fort York.
Thank you very much. My name is Chris Glover. I'm the Member of Provincial Parliament for Spadina Fort York. And it's a real honor to be here on Vyshivanka Day to celebrate, the incredible heritage and the identity and the solidarity of the Ukrainian people. I'm not going to speak long, but just over a year ago, I came to the first march, and we started at Jane and Bloor just like we did tonight, the Slava Ukraini. And this has become a symbol, an international symbol of the fight for freedom and for justice and for independence and democracy around the world. And it was the first time I'd heard it, and I must admit the first time I said it, I didn't say it correctly, but a year and a bit of incredible courage that the Ukrainian people have shown in the fight against the Russian invaders has overwhelmed the world. It's been the resilience of the Ukrainian people is absolutely mind-boggling, and I want to congratulate you all on getting this far. And Canada, we must stand with you. We will stand with you until Ukraine is whole again, until the homeland is whole.
Next, I'd like to welcome Taras Baghrій, who is the President of UCC Ontario.
Ми знову йдемо вулицями міста Торонто, демонструючи красу нашої вишиванки, красу української душі, красу українського народу, красу України. Кажуть, вишиванка – це як генетичний код українця. Вишиванка – це любов. Це любов матері до своїх дітей, яким вона вишиває сорочку. Це любов нареченої до свого судженого. Це любов бабусі до своїх внуків. Вишиванка – це є оберіг нашої душі. Я не можу уявити собі людину у вишиванці, яка би мала погані думки або робила би негарні вчинки. Я закликаю всіх, робіть, що можете для допомоги Україні. Робіть більше, ніж можете. Святослав Блаженніший казав, дайте собі тільки одне питання кожного вечора. Що я сьогодні зробив для України? Що я сьогодні зробив для України? що я сьогодні зробив для перемоги. І тоді, коли всі українці в Україні, коли нас 20 мільйонів українців поза межами України будуть давати собі такі запитання кожного вечора і будуть творити, тоді і тільки тоді буде наша перемога, тоді і тільки тоді буде в нас і слава, і сила, і воля, тоді і тільки тоді ще нам, браття молодії, усміхнеться доля, і тільки тоді згинуть наші вороженьки, як роса на сонці, і тільки тоді запануємо і ми, браття, у своїй сторонці. Слава Україні! Слава Україні! Слава Україні!
Next, I'd like to welcome Петро Штурин, President of UCC Toronto.
Христос Воскрес! Слава Ісусу Христу! Слава Україні! Бог з нами, бо ми маємо чудовий день. І тисячі вийшли. Дякую вам! I want to thank Minister Ford for joining us this evening, MP Chris Glover, our friends in the communities, in Baltic communities, Belarus, Polish communities, Georgian communities, for coming out as well. We will continue to organize events in support of Ukraine until every last Russian soldier leaves Ukraine. We will continue to lobby, to work with our friends in the federal government, in the provincial government, the city of Toronto. We thank them for their support so far, but we do ask for more, because frankly, 40 million people need as much help as they can get. It is a country larger in population than Canada. Every day people are dying. Yesterday there was another 6-year-old boy that was killed in his house because Russia doesn't stop. So we're not going to stop until Ukraine prevails and we are able to organize a day of celebration of a free Ukraine. Разом до перемоги. Слава Україні!
With us, showing your support for Ukraine, as always, cool. Slava Ukraini!
Героям слава!